notice it in the camera normally, but I was watching the D&D episode and I was like, oh shit, that's like pretty fucking gay. So,
Alright, we're live.
alright.
Sick.
Well,
Yeah, Gabe
how
couldn't
many
make
viewers
it
you got
tonight,
already?
so my guest host here is Nicholas Mick Klein.
I like it.
Yay! So, as I was saying, I think Jimmy Carson was funny.
Jimmy Carson.
Yeah, you ever seen any of Jimmy Carson?
Stuff. Wait, what do we got here?
I actually
Wow,
thought...
wacky, wild stuff we've got. Yeah, it's a big show tonight. just me and Booge. No, but so David Letterman was like, because even like if you listen, like we listen to Norm Macdonald, obviously.
Yeah.
And Norm Macdonald will even say that like David Letterman is like his hero. So like there's something there where he's genuinely funny, and beyond that, like now, I never thought Jay Leno was funny.
No.
That dude fucking
I think he's annoying.
annoyed the piss out of me. And then fucking both Jimmys are terrible. and Conan's the only one that I genuinely enjoy.
I think he's...
But really, he just does a
genuinely
good job
funny.
of like making it about the guest, and the guest is usually it's funny. And
he just bounces off of that then.
yeah,
Especially if it's like
I mean,
Norm Macdonald.
well, I think that's what he did. I think there's a certain point. I mean, I didn't watch it growing up as a kid, like when it was like when nighttime television was like popular. So I don't even have a lot of room to talk, but you can see that I think he abandoned like what nighttime television was of like trying to do the monologues and the bits and make it about him, and then he switched it to like just switched the whole like delivery. Oh, what are there comments already? Should I be looking?
No.
No?
Maybe.
Oh fuck. Now I'm not gonna see it because
No, you don't say, Bake said, fuck the guest, especially this one.
yeah. He said there was one time I get a text from him like 2 months ago, and he's like, hey, you look really cute. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, I'm watching Booge's Twitch right now. And I was like, oh, okay. How many viewers we got? 2, including me? Sick. Me and Bake. Just,
Yes!
yeah. Fucking nailed it.
Freaking killing it, man.
That's
oh,
funny.
hey, look. Hey, look at this.
Hey.
We were just talking about you, Scott. Oh. You laughed.
Classic Scott.
Scott is AFK at the moment. No, he isn't. He's on his laptop. Oh my gosh. Listen. He's in the wrong voice channel if he doesn't want to be in here.
I'm so confused. Are they together right now?
They were at the golf course.
The golf course? They're going golfing? I didn't want to be a part of that.
They didn't golf. They went to a driving range. To
okay.
Well, now they're at their house.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously they're on fucking. Well, I guess they're mobile. I'm an idiot.
Hey.
What's your deal?
Yeah.
Listen,
Which one?
You were in the AFK thing, and then you switched to the bus stop, and I was like, oh.
And then I got pulled in here and I got kicked out.
I pulled you in here, and you left.
I left?
Yes.
I hit Control M to unmute myself, and then I guess it just moved me.
Yeah, you left. I was like, oh,
You must have clicked on something. I mean, yeah, you left. It was funny, but very rude.
Why are you on your laptop?
Because I wanted to lay down.
So Cam's just hanging out in your house.
Yeah, he's at Dylan's desk. He's about to go out to the bars.
Oh, you're not?
I guess that's better.
I was thinking about it, but Cassie said she didn't want me there, so I was just going to stay home
No, Cameron said that she was scared to ask you to come.
instead. That's almost worse.
Oh my gosh.
I'd be scared to ask Scott to come too. It's like a horse cock.
Oh, yeah?
It's like a shotgun blast, I imagine. I imagine it's a lot like because if Superman comes, and Scott's obviously just like Superman, so if Superman comes, like it's probably like a fucking bullet, right? Like
Hancock.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He fucking blows a hole in this. Yeah, dude. That's what Scott...
What if he didn't get her off in time?
You're fucking she's dead.
Yeah, literally, I'm sure it's not the first time.
She's dying.
I'm sure he's murdered some beautiful women.
I feel like their head would just pop off.
I think they would just...
They'd probably just get right through it.
Just explode.
Oh, yeah.
Well, like a lot of people, I think it's like kind of like people think, oh, if you shoot yourself in the head, you'll still, like, in movies and stuff, they make it, like, still intact, but a lot of that time, in real life, their head just explodes. like, it's not recognizable anymore, so I imagine she, as a person, would just become tomato paste.
Oh, no. Dude, Hancock.
Scott, you better be careful out there. You better be wearing condoms or something.
Honestly, as if that would stop it.
Yeah,
what is it supposed to do? The movie?
Mm-hmm. I love it. I thought it was great.
It's alright.
It was out there. It was pretty silly for me.
I remember I had it on DVD, and it was like one of those movies I would put on like when I was sick from school. And I remember like turning it off like halfway through. I was like, "This is boring." It was
What's wrong with you?
That was like one of the first.
Like been bored in the middle of the movie and just like, frick this.
I think I like Jason Bateman in that movie more than Will Smith.
Yeah, Jason Bateman's pretty good. He's really good though.
I feel like that movie.
Well, he's the main character.
Who? Will Smith or Jason Bateman?
Jason Bateman.
Oh, okay. I still need to watch Ozark.
New season should drop here in like next month or two.
I don't know if I can do that big. What'd you say?
Two.
What'd you say, Scott?
I said the next season should drop in a month or two.
Oh yeah. How many seasons are there right now?
So 3, and this will be the 4th.
For what?
That sounds like a lot of work for Ozark.
Ozark.
Oh, I haven't even watched the last season.
I don't know, Nick. You got through 6 seasons of Game of Thrones in about 4.5 months. You could probably finish Ozark pretty quick.
Yeah, but I'm about to start season 7.
Dude, I watched.
Time.
I caught it. Like I got to the last episode on like
Mariah,
Sunday.
thanks for the follow.
On like Thursday.
Mariah, wow.
Mariah.
Wow.
Famous
Who's that?
Mariah
Mariah.
Roberts.
Business.
You never heard of her? Hey, Andy.
What's up?
Mariah Roberts, Bob, your best friend.
Hey, dude, if you look up Hancock, Will Smith is known like the top 6 cast.
Yeah. Because he's good, Bob.
He's
That
not,
can't be
or
right.
he is.
Like on Google, he's just not even on here.
Oh, he's not on there. I think he is.
That can't be right.
No,
Executive
he
number
wasn't
2
in
is above
Hancock.
him.
Yeah,
You
that's,
know that?
that's not actually Will Smith.
What the fuck?
It's his son,
Okay. He's the top on IMDb.
Jim Smith.
We're good.
Maybe just because it's like, oh, see, okay, it's not just me. It's got like a 41 on Rotten Tomatoes, 6.4 on IMDb.
What's the audience score, though?
That's a good question. On IMDb or on Rotten Tomatoes?
Well, IMDb doesn't have an audience score, so take a
Go
guess.
to
It's got
Metacritic.
59. That's still
That's one
failing.
Metacritic, huh?
59, that's pretty decent.
No, it's not.
Failing grade.
Why do you
Boy,
go
it's
to
not.
Metacritic?
Because it pulls all the different review sites and averages.
Okay. Do any of you know who Atticus Schaefer is, the actor?
No.
He's the
Say
kid
that
from
again?
from the middle, like he's like the little kid.
Oh, yeah?
He is 22 years old and he still looks like he's 5. Like, does he have like some kind of like disorder?
I don't know, why you
Ever
make
seen
fun of him?
Benjamin Button?
Why
I'm
you
not
make
making
fun
fun of
of
him,
him?
Scott. I'm
based on his
genuinely
life.
curious. Okay, he has a beard, but he still looks like nothing changed. Like he still just looks like a child.
Jeez.
Hey, Nick, you're pretty short. Would it be okay if I asked
The
you?
top question is, does Brick in the middle have a disability? was the top question. So I don't want to hear it. I'm not the only fucking weirdo. Also, speaking of top searches, yesterday we were talking about Godzilla or whatever, and Kyle's like, "Hey, Nick, it's got your favorite actress, Millie Bobby Brown in it." And I immediately go to Google, and he said, "Oh yeah," he said your favorite 15-year-old. I was like, she's not 15, so I went to Google. I typed in Millie Bobby Brown. The top search is age. It's not just me. It was for sure everyone. Certainly what people were gonna Google.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, she's 17, so just a few more months.
That doesn't make it not weird when you said it 3 years ago, bub.
Okay, listen. I didn't say anything illegal. I didn't say that I want to fuck a child. That's not what's going on. I'm saying maybe when she's 18.
Okay.
Who was that? Was that season 3?
It's just Nick.
So she's 17 now, and that season came out July 4th, 2019. So Nick said that around that time, so she was definitely 15.
I don't even remember what I said. All I'm saying is.
God, she's so hot. I
just looked at Jaden's comment.
She's 15, probably forced to look at the film. And he said, "No, that's not fair. She is not." And then,
God.
Listen, someone clip that. Please don't. I retract my statement.
it's going on YouTube. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh, that's great. I'm gonna clip that, and that'll be my only other tweet.
Yeah, that's gonna haunt me for the rest of my life. It's like, I can't wait to be a famous podcaster one day, and then they're gonna cancel me. In like
Well,
10
didn't you also
years.
tell Dylan you'd have sex with the child too, or something like that?
Huh?
Didn't you also tell Dylan that too?
Fuck Dylan. That's a Do I need to say that on the podcast and explain how stupid Dylan is for all the viewers? I'm pretty sure everyone that's watching has seen that or heard this story.
Maybe Mariah hasn't.
Yeah, Dylan sets me up with for fucking a whole day. Like we're hanging out during Christmas or something, and it's like a whole fucking day. He's like, "Listen, Nick." He's like, "Okay, you find the girl of your dreams." Well, no, first he starts. He's like, "Okay, you find Abby from the ranch. Like, fucking, she's looking fine."
Probably Heather.
Oh, that's right. It
You
was.
don't like Abby.
I got to. Yeah, he's like, "Okay, it's Heather from the ranch, and she wants to fuck you, but she's like 15." I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, Dylan. Heather from the ranch is not 15. And he's like, okay, but in this hypothetical, she's 15. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. That's fucked up. Like if she's 15, she's a child. I'm not going to do that. And he's like, okay. And then like 3 hours later, he's like, okay, listen, it's the girl of your dreams, like perfect woman, like full grown adult looking, but she's 15. Like she's just 15. I'm like, no, Dylan, I'm not doing that. And he's like, all right. And then like. Another it's like we're getting cases at like 4 a.m. and he's like, all right, listen, there's a girl that looks like it's the girl of your dreams. She's perfect, she's hot, she's beautiful, she has the mental capability of an adult. She's fully processed, fully matured in this imaginary world, but it's just her age is just 15, but she has the developmental of like a 22-year-old. Like she is fully matured, looks mature. No one would even know that she's 15. Would you have sex with her? I'm like, yeah, sure, Dylan. In this imaginary world where this fucking makes sense, sure, I would do that. Oh my god! Oh my god, you're fucked! And then we go home, and he tells everyone, like, I think like Hunter and like Caitlin and maybe like Scott or someone comes over like, you won't believe what Nick told me in the car. He said he'd fuck a 15-year-old if he could.
I would like to hear his side of the story.
That's exactly what it is. Because then you know what he does when I start saying, okay, that's bullshit. He goes, his little smile and laugh. He doesn't deny it. He just smiles.
Shit.
Chris Hansen just joined the chat.
Oh gosh.
That's fucked up.
That was great. Thanks for sharing that.
You won't
Nick.
believe what Nick just said.
You said it.
That's fucking stupid. I like Dylan's hypotheticals though. Dylan will go out of his way to make a good hypothetical.
Scott hates my hypotheticals. What is
Yeah,
that?
your hypotheticals are fucking ridiculous. Every single one of them.
Are these old hypotheticals or these like recent hypotheticals?
Just any of them. Every one of them.
I remember you used to have them at that in Muncie, like, and Scott would get pissed.
So what would you do if I woke up and I was the greatest athlete, smartest man, and the richest person in the entire world?
What would you do then?
What do you mean? Dude.
That'll never happen. Yeah, but Scott, what if? It doesn't matter because it wouldn't happen. That's just all he would do. He would argue with me.
That's
and
dumb.
would
Yeah, but he
answer.
doesn't ask like
hypothetical.
compelling, debatable
spirit,
questions. He just fucking
Yeah, but what
says
if?
dumb shit. It's almost always if he was the best at something, or if he was dumb rich. They're never fun.
Yeah, then yeah, Lane, I guess that'd be fucking cool. I guess it wouldn't really matter. That's all I wanted to hear.
Congrats, Scott.
Oh,
I'd say,
God.
where's my money at? So that was
Yeah.
I would give
Where's my
all
cut?
my friends money if I had like
How
$1
much?
billion. If
family. So me
if
first.
I had $1
what I would
billion,
say.
then I'd probably
Billion,
get
what, $1 million. What would you do with $1 million? What would you do with $10,000? What'd you do?
10,000. I'd give all my friends
5,000.
$50.
Okay, sweet.
That's an oral
$500. No, I said 10,000.
Oh shoot! If I had $1 billion, I'd probably give everyone like $5K at least.
I would quit my job and tell
Mississippi.
nobody how much money I had.
All right, $50K.
Do you think he would
Still-
find out, Scott?
Still
I mean,
nothing. That's
Hey, Scott just quit his job and he's still paying rent. He just bought a boat. Something's up with Scott. He's either dealing coke or
Boats are money
water.
pits. You're not buying one of those things. Oh, rent a
Hey, for
boat.
my friends and family, I'm not doing that.
Scott,
I think I was doing that bit the other day, like not yesterday, like 2 days ago. I caught myself looking at motorcycles and like prices, and I was like, oh, I could probably afford that. It's like I'm like struggling to pay rent.
I mean, not right now, but maybe in like 2 or 3 years, you know, who knows?
Yeah.
Scott, if you got $1 billion, would you try some hair growth products?
Dude, I feel like I'd look like a goofball.
You can,
I
there's like
don't-
a surgery you can do where you can.
Yeah, plug.
Dude, it doesn't,
Well,
it
yeah,
doesn't
put it in
matter.
your head.
If I walk into one room and any of you see me have hair, I'll never live it down. Even if I went right back to shaving it. It wouldn't matter.
True.
I'm pretty sure Steve Carell got plugs, and he looks like great. Like it looks like.
Yeah, but we never saw Steve Carell look like completely bald.
Yeah, 'cause Steve Carell. has
Yeah,
been
we did the
bald
Jeff
for
Bezos skit. You
15
can see
years
that.
of my life. Scott's been bald for like 15 years, so I'm used to seeing him bald. If he has hair, it'd be weird.
Yeah, since he was like 45.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guys in Muncie are hanging out with some like 60-year-old dude.
I've been called the old guy.
I don't know
by
why they're
3
out.
people that I have not met.
Hey, who's that old guy over there?
I don't know who it was. Lane, one of his friends, and the old guy is hanging around.
What does old guy mean? Like, do you think that she thought you were like 30 or like like 50? Like, what is old for her?
Oh.
I don't know. Either way, it was kind of a douche thing to say to someone you didn't know.
It's
But it was
I bet it
funny.
was in the 40s. It's gotta
Lane
be.
told me immediately. Like,
You
he told him,
what you
he started laughing, came straight to me and told me.
She called you
Well,
old
think
guy.
about our friend group and like how quickly we just talked about Dylan. It's like, hey Dylan, what's that guy's name?
Yeah,
Hey John.
that was 2 years ago, and John still doesn't let it go.
Yeah, dude, you forgot his name.
Yeah,
He's a very
seriously,
forgettable
kind of a
person.
dick.
What do you want me to say about it?
It's a very forgettable. Wow. Hope he's not watching right now.
I don't. It doesn't
shit.
matter. It's not like it's gonna make it worse.
Oh boy. Well,
What have you
Dude,
been up to today,
I'm gonna
Andrew?
chat very much. Also, I'm gonna go join my desktop, so be ready to pull me back in.
Okay.
Meetings mostly. Went and saw Allie's grandparents. They're soon to be celebrating their 69th wedding anniversary.
Nice.
They're like 90. It's insane.
Jeez. 69.
I can't even count that high.
Yeah. I got a -2 to intelligence.
Easily.
What are you drinking on?
Yingling.
Yingling. Well,
Don't have any Miller Lite.
I saw
Drink,
a,
drink what you got.
I saw a Miller ad today that they're just like straight up like going after Michelob. Like
Yeah,
the dude
dude.
pulls out Michelob and they're like, so you have to go back and get the Miller, and I'm like, that's a commercial. I was
That's
like,
great,
I didn't know
dude.
they could do that. That's
It's
insane.
amazing.
I like Michelob, but fuck them.
Well, it's actually funny because it's like they don't have an like okay, so like Michelob has like a selling point. And they're like, oh, it's only like 2 calories a bottle. It's like okay, cool. And then like Chris Pratt's like, I can drink beer still, and it's like, great. But then Miller's like, pussy. That's their argument. It's just like,
Yeah, dude.
don't be a
for real.
bitch.
Don't be a bitch. Miller
Yeah.
Lite.
It's a
I love
tagline.
that. Like that was there was no like there was no content in the or dialogue in the commercial. It was just it was like passive
What
aggression,
more do you need?
peer pressure to get Miller.
Oh man, dude, Miller's
That's what
great.
alcohol's all about.
I've been wanting to
Peer
do a
pressure.
tour.
Peer pressure and bad times.
I want to do a tour of the Miller Lite Brewery in the museum,
Should.
but
Yeah.
they've been
Where's
closed
that
ever
at?
since COVID. It's in
Oh,
Milwaukee,
yeah.
Oh, nice.
and it's like cheap. It'd be great. Hey.
Turns out Booge is living right across the street from the
Who's
Miller
the old
factory.
guy that just joined?
I
Okay.
don't know, dude. Are they owned by? No, I'm pretty sure they're definitely not.
They
If I'm
might
wrong.
have merged, because Coors has factories that are like joint with Miller.
Yeah, they're Miller.
I don't know. I
Coors
could
Brewing
be
Company.
totally.
It's Miller
Yeah.
Coors Brewing Company. So.
Yeah. I like Coors too.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and
Mountain
easy to
Beer.
drink.
So Blue Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Says Michelob is owned and produced by the Anheuser-Busch. So no,
Anheuser Busch.
different
Busch.
company.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Busch. Don't drink Busch.
I drink
Budweiser, Rolling
I drink
Rock,
Bush and Keystone. I miss Keystone.
I
That was
hate
that was
Keystone,
the
dude.
drink of college.
No.
Keystone was great.
Keystone and Natty Light make
Water.
me wanna vomit.
Dude, that's like
Everything else
all.
I've had is fine. I'm fine with it. Rolling Rock,
Why is it-
PBR.
Why does someone come
PBR.
up with something that like makes you feel like alcohol but doesn't get you hungover?
Mm.
I get hungover
That'd be a nice
from
trick.
anything sugary. You give me like wine coolers all night, I'll have a bad headache.
You drink wine coolers?
No,
I have a
don't,
taste of
'cause I
alcohol
would get
no more.
terrible
Dude, we got
headaches.
fucked last night off Seabreeze.
Sea breeze.
Some tropical banana strawberry flavor. Oh man, shit was wild.
Dude, it tastes so much better though. It's actually insane.
Dude,
I
Jaden
don't
had
like
this beer
fruity,
that
like
was
sugary
like
stuff.
5%.
Mm.
What was that called, Scott? You remember?
The what?
The beer that Jaden had that was like 5%, and it was
The Boxer,
it was a box. It was Boxer, I think.
because he just
I think you
posted
saw
it recently.
$20 for 150 of them or whatever it was.
Yeah.
They paid him
weren't-
$7 to
They
take the
weren't
case.
that bad. But
Hey,
they
you
weren't
want
like
this? No.
it was, they weren't the best either. But everyone thought they were terrible, and
I mean, they weren't good,
they weren't that bad. But like,
but
there ain't
like,
no Miller Lite.
I would rather just have 10 beers of the beer that I want than 10 of the beer
Yeah.
I don't want. It doesn't matter.
Chef.
Chef Boyardee, there he is,
It's the man, the myth,
the chef.
Me.
the me.
Boy, did they get you some fucked. Jaden, are you at work?
Where does he work right now?
Huh?
I think in Indy. Like some place called Spot.
Did they move already? Or are they still in Muncie?
No, they're still in Muncie.
Damn.
Yeah.
Mm.
What a drive.
Yeah.
Do you have fun at work, Jason?
Kind of blast, man. Living the
Bring-
dream every
Bring
day.
home any
I
of
never asked you,
the,
what do you do for a
Are you
living?
eating
any of the new
yogurt?
beer.
What is that?
This is carrot cake.
Oh, well, it's close.
It really
Before that
close,
was in a
actually.
cup.
Excuse me. Did you bring home any of the signature beers?
None of the signature ones, no. I got
Dang.
the outdated platform from Christmas. That's still what I'm drinking right
What
now.
does that
'cause
even taste like?
Spices, ginger.
Pretty much.
A little bit of
It's a
garlic
Christmas
powder,
beer.
onion
Nutmeg.
powder,
No.
Yeah,
paprika,
garlic powder. Yep.
Got a little cayenne.
Exactly. Salt.
Salt.
A lot of salt. Really salty beer.
Dude, I actually, if I get a draft at a restaurant, I do put a little salt at the top because it makes bubbles going down. It looks really cool. And sometimes if I get a little bit stick at the top, I'll have like a little salty beer swig, and it's actually pretty nice.
I bet you like that.
I do like me some salts.
Salty liquid.
Yeah, the only thing that make it better is butter.
Okay. All
A
right.
little salt and butter. Did
Salted butter.
Cam discovered.
Cameron's not even in here right now. He's sitting right next to me. You're talking
no.
shit.
Yeah, Cameron discovered
Bitch.
wet brining
I hear-
chicken,
Oh.
yeah.
and he read the recipe and he's like,
Not the
"All
salt and
look,
butter.
Look, it's a quarter teaspoon of salt." And he's pouring it. He's like, "Oh my gosh, even that's too much." And then he's like,
What?
I read the recipe wrong. It's actually like a quarter cup of salt." And he's just sitting there pouring it. He's like, "Look at this. Look at that. Look at all that salt. Are you
Yeah,
kidding me?"
dude. Salt's important.
Right, that's what I said. And then
Salt?
when he pulled it out, he said it was amazing. It was delicious.
Yeah.
Huh, interesting. I bet if you put some butter on it, it would have been
Yeah,
better.
that's what I
Yeah.
said.
A lot of people don't understand. Salt
Can you
salt
hear
is a
him right
cooking
Put
method.
a little butter.
Salt
No.
is like the first cooking method that you do to your meat.
Preservation, also.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like the first step in Minecraft.
It immediately
putting
starts
butter in the
breaking
eggs.
down.
Now,
You're-
Cameron isn't in here, but he said, all I hear is, I can't cook.
Interesting.
I can't quote back 3 sentences.
He can hardly remember his name.
But it was like,
Give the
he
man
did
a
that.
break.
He did that mocking tone that Booge always does when people annoy him, and for like 30 seconds.
I don't.
Alright, he's coming in.
Oh,
He's on his way.
Another special guest. Oh, yeah.
Alright,
let's
let's get this
hear
out of
it.
the way.
Get this out of the
Butter's
way.
bad, salt's
Hang on.
bad.
Alright,
I'm
you
a
ready?
better cook.
Okay. No,
Said.
no, here. I'll repeat it. So, I said, I can't, the food that's been given in front of me, I can't make it taste good, so now I have to drown it in salt and butter to make it taste good. But then I said, oh wait, guess what? Booge is probably saying,
Oh, it just brings out the flavors of the foods, and that's what makes it taste good. It's not the actual salt and butter.
Okay.
That's the impression voice.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Have you heard Booge's impression voice?
Close.
That was a
Listen,
good
mine's
impression.
spot on.
That's a good
alright?
accent.
That's a good accent. Booge's impression voice is just now.
Yeah, it's really good.
Now take that, now you bring out the salt and butter.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good.
You guys are toxic.
Yep.
I can do it.
I don't do that.
Also, that's exactly right, Cam. Good observation, because that's actually what happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who the fuck is that an impression of? They're
Alright, bye, Andy.
That's Booge's impression of literally anybody.
No, mine's way better, dude.
It's the same tone for everyone.
Alright. So Jason.
What's up, dog? Yeah, that's me. Oh, okay, yeah, for the brewery. We're hopefully gonna have a good variety of everything. We have a pale ale done, not named. We just tried it. It's very good.
I'll be right back.
And then we have a stout done, again, not named. We've just tried it. I mean, I like pale ales a little more than stouts, but they're both great. And then we need more of a light beer, you know, something like a almost domestic flavored. Mostly because we can't right now, and like where we're at, we can't get the license because it's population based and they're already taken up. We can't get the license to sell other people's beer. But if you have a brewery, the rules are a little different for you. You can sell your own stuff.
Okay.
So we need a beer that is going to be kind of, I guess, like the quintessential light beer that everyone would want to drink when they come in.
Yeah.
So something like that.
You get like wheat ales or.
Yeah, but we'll have a little bit of everything. I really want to I want to have a really hoppy IPA. I would like to have a little milder of an IPA too. Something like almost like a Gumball Head from like Three Floyds.
Ooh, I like that.
Gumball Head is amazing, actually. It's incredible what they did with it because they it's only like I think it's a 4.3%, and it tastes really bitter. It tastes like an IPA, but it's only 4.3%, which is like a pretty low percentage for a beer, especially like a craft IPA like that.
I actually think it's really good.
Yeah, it's awesome. But just recently, I actually tried one, Quaffon out of Brown County, Indiana. They have an IPA there called Trigger Hoppy, and it is actually almost smoother than Gumball Head, but it's like 7.5% or something. And I don't know how they did it, but it's delicious.
What the heck?
Like
7.5%.
yeah, anything from Quaffon I will highly recommend to anybody.
Oh,
They
fuck
are
yeah.
amazing. They make amazing beer.
Scott,
They've
Shine's
got
coming at your neck.
What?
Shine's coming at your neck.
For fucking what?
Hanging out with Kim.
Oh, separation issues. All right.
Oof.
Anyways, Jason.
Is
Anyways,
it the skin
good
color?
luck.
Oh, I thought you were talking to stuff.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, they have a couple beers that are like, I don't know if are you a fan of like the coffee flavored beers, kind of dessert beers,
I actually
like
haven't
really
had a lot of
dark.
those yet.
Okay. They've got a couple that are. There's one called Common Necessity, and they brew it with hazelnut coffee beans, and it's not even like drinking a beer. It's like drinking really strong coffee with a little bit of a bite. Like you don't know there's alcohol in it. It's pretty it's pretty heavily like in terms of like heavy in terms of content, but you don't really know. It's really really good. Extremely nutty flavored. Like tastes like coffee.
Yeah, I haven't
Shit's
had
nutty.
Shit's nutty.
much of that. I've had like sours, IPAs,
Yeah.
amber ales, blonde ales. Yeah.
What's your favorite like type of beer that you've had? Consistently, like if you pick one, what consistently is good?
Well, I still don't drink like IPAs enough to be that acquainted with them. Like
If you've had one, you've had them all.
But like
IPA
For the most part.
yeah, well, like yeah, it's just I haven't drank them enough. Usually when I go out, I always get wheat ales or blonde ales at first. 'Cause I always know if they taste pretty similar to light beers, I'm gonna like it. And
Yep.
then I've been getting some like amber ales. Those are really nice. And I think the darkest I've gone is like Guinness, and I actually really like Guinness too. But
Yeah,
I'd probably
Guinness is
stick.
good.
I'd probably stick to like a blonde or an amber ale most of the time when I
Right.
get a craft.
Right. Yeah, IPAs are pretty much like you know what to expect. Like if you order one, you know what you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Dog
So
shit.
like,
They're not that bad. I mean,
if it's
I
not
hate
what you're
IPAs.
into, then
IPAs
yeah,
are
absolutely
garbage.
dog shit. That's what you're gonna get every time. That's what
every
you think of it.
every single fraternity brother is like, oh yeah, this is a spotted cow angel fish Wisconsin brewed IPA, and I'm like,
You're thinking of Dogfish Head. I'm sorry, that's. what you're thinking
yeah,
of.
this is Amber Hook pasteurized original vegetarian IPA. It's a big it's just a burning dumpster fire for the logo, and it tastes like shit, but it makes me look really cool when I'm drinking it.
Yep,
I literally
pretty
fucking
much.
hate IPAs. It's garbage.
I'm a big fan.
I like
the hop.
some of them.
I like hops a lot.
Oh,
love
never
the
mind,
flavor
Jason. I was just kidding.
I don't give a shit. I didn't even go to college,
What-
so
what
like
is
I'm
a
not a
craft
frat. I'm not a
beer?
frat.
You did, Dan.
What determines a craft beer?
A craft
I
beer
thought
is
I was talking,
it's
but I
a.
like IPAs.
I don't know the exact like law or rule on it, but it's like terminology. If you say that, everyone's gonna know. Like, okay, local. They can only sell it in a certain area because like it's a small. It's not a chain. It's just a brewery that. It's people that make their own beer and sell it. Like
Gotcha.
it isn't a domestic like a
It's not a brand.
multinational. Yeah, it's not a brand.
Miller
It's not
Lite.
like it's not Bud Light. It's not Miller Lite. It's not Mick Ultra. It's like just a small, tiny company that makes.
It's
their own
Root,
beers.
not McDonald's.
Yeah, there you go.
Got it.
We're craft foods.
So
I don't know for sure, but I think somebody already has that.
my question is,
Craft. I didn't even think about it.
when I drink beer, I can like pick out flavors, but like, what is the hoppiness? Like, what's the hoppy flavor?
The bitter one.
Hops.
The bitter one? You just like the
The- the
bitter. the
Hops
bitter
is the
part.
bitter.
Oh, it's the
Uh,
bitter part. You just enjoy the bitterness of the beers.
Yeah, yeah. The really, if you get a really bitter, almost like almost like you're chewing on like grass or something. You know, like it's really bitter.
Yeah,
That's
when
the
you
flavor
describe it like
profile.
that, man, it sounds amazing.
You know what? It's
I
funny.
just like
like,
chewing on grass.
your brain doesn't even really notice it.
Favorite
But
part
okay,
of mowing my lawn, honestly.
so there was this is just like speaks to the brain and how it perceives flavors, and like you don't even notice. There was a study where like they were when there was a big food corporation, I don't remember who it was, but they were trying to like perfect a strawberry flavored drink, like a drink mixer, like a water, you know, like a Mio almost, one of those, but make it strawberry flavored. They couldn't figure out why it didn't taste like strawberries. Like their food scientists kept tasting it, had no idea why. They found out there is like a chemical that is the same smell that when you like freshly cut grass, you know what that smells like?
Yeah.
That flavor is in strawberries, and you don't know it, but they put it in their strawberry flavoring, and immediately, like, everyone was like, that is strawberries. That's what we needed. We were missing that grass flavor. So,
Wow.
like, whether you know it or
Hmm.
not, like, what it is, there are flavors that trigger things in your brain that tell you, like, this is good, or this is bad, or it needs something else, or it's got it. Like, it's interesting. It's really weird how the brain, like,
Yeah,
perceives
that's
flavor.
really weird. Are you a fan of sours?
I like everything really, but I mean, it's not my favorite thing. Like, I don't know. If
I
I had
like-
to pick something, it would be an IPA.
What, like Jolly Ranchers or like Warheads?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude, I love those.
That's Charlie's
do
favorite
actually,
beer. Every time we go get beer, he always starts with like 2 sours. And like I like them, I think they taste good, but a lot of times I think they're a little sweet, and I'm not a big
Yeah.
fan of sweet stuff.
Dude,
No,
you
I'm
came
not-
a long way since the day you tried to order a Miller Lite from the place that only served like.
I was about to ask about the
beers.
pint. I was about to be like, Booge, have you ever gone to the pint?
Yeah, dude, listen. All right.
Came with us. She's like, "What do
You
you
guys
guys
have
want?"
Miller?
You said, "A Miller Lite." And she's like, "You know where you're at." And then,
I was just trying to.
I've not heard about this.
I was just trying to drink beer and get drunk later, and this restaurant only has like craft beer apparently, and I was just like, hey,
Sure.
get Miller Lite. And apparently I'm an idiot.
All right.
Ooh, hold on.
Newsflash. I'm
Sorry.
the idiot.
I just looked at the chat. Jaden said PBR makes a good coffee beer. I didn't know that.
I
I
also
knew
didn't
that
know
Jaden's a big fan of PBR. I did not know they made a good coffee beer. That's interesting.
Yeah, Jaden, I
Is
do
it like a
remember
coffee
eating 20
like beer? That
Warheads.
almost sounds gross.
I remember when that was a really good idea. In my
I was
head.
gonna say in the Quaffon thing when I was talking about them, they have a coffee beer called Java the Red, and it's a red. It's like a Killian's, like a red beer, but it tastes like coffee. I've never had a beer in my life that is coffee flavored, like distinctly, strongly coffee flavored, and not dark. Like
Oh,
it's just a
red?
red.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's red. It's like same color, same like profile as a Killian's, but it tastes like coffee, and it's incredible.
Huh. That's wild.
Yeah, they do some cool stuff. They've got a really neat cinnamon blonde. It's awesome.
I'd like to
Cinnamon
meet myself a cinnamon blonde one
Cinnamon
day.
blonde, yeah. They got
blonde.
their blonde ale line is called 6 Foot Blonde, and they'll do like 6 Foot Strawberry Blonde. That one's really good.
that's a lot. That's a lot.
And they have 6 foot, yeah, 6
It's a
foot,
glass.
6 feet of
Taller
beer.
than Scott.
Huge. But yeah, they got a cinnamon blonde that you're like, yeah, it tastes like cinnamon, but it actually mixes really well with the rest of the flavor of it.
I don't know if
Surprisingly.
I'd want like a warm flavored like beer like
It
that.
isn't though. It isn't though.
It's cinnamon.
It is, but like when you're done taking the drink of it, it isn't what you think it's gonna be. Like, tastes like cinnamon, but not necessarily the warm flavor
It's
of
like,
cinnamon.
get you drunk like scotch.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to make a beer that tastes like pussy.
If you could do that, that probably wouldn't be that hard, actually.
I disagree.
Scott doesn't think so, but what does he know?
Well, first you're gonna have to learn what it tastes like before you could nail it.
Problem number one.
We got some fine ass honeys in the brewery, and we dip them. We dip them pussy first right into the brew. we hold them up and we.
I know where you're going. Just that's enough. You're gonna finish that one.
Seems unsanitary.
Yeah.
I love it. First of all, I love it.
Okay, thank you.
Oh shit.
What are you drinking?
That's Jason's
Andy?
critique. He shuts you
Yingling.
down and he says, "I love it,
Oh,
but stop."
Yingling. I like Yingling.
I figured.
I like it,
the
but no
green,
one else
the
does.
green. That's all the green.
I love it.
Yep.
They hate it. So-
Yingling is, for a while, it was my favorite session beer for
What's
sure.
what's the difference between like a lager and like a regular pilsner?
Lagers are more
Composition.
bitter.
The name
Well,
primarily.
Lagers are great. Like any kind of lager is usually what I go with. Like if
I
we're at a
like
restaurant,
lagers,
like,
yeah.
oh, we got a
It's a little darker,
That's it.
lagers are great.
a little more pronounced flavors.
I like.
Yeah, they're always like they're darker, they're like heavier, more bitter, a little bit. Not always, I guess, but
They have more of those burnt notes or caramel notes. The darker you go, until you get into like an amber ale, or something like that. Then you get the nutty flavors and the caramely notes.
That's what I was saying earlier when he asked what I normally order, and I'd say somewhere around like amber ales or blonde ales. What do you normally
Blonde ales
order?
are really good.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I really like Russian ales. I like
What was that?
Scotch ales. Think like Killian's. It's a red ale mostly.
I like
Imperial
those.
stouts, but
Ooh,
that's about
yeah.
as far as I'll go to the stout porter end of the spectrum. Because
Mhm.
once you get into some of those stouts and the porters, it's like drinking dessert.
What's
And I'm
Yes.
not a big sweets guy.
That's why they
so-
call them a dessert beer. Yeah, I mean there are definitely beers that are. I was telling him when you were out of the room. Quaffon in Brown County, Indiana, they make one called Common Necessity,
Hmm.
and they brew it with hazelnut coffee beans,
Oh wow.
and it's almost like not drinking a beer, and it's probably the only really dark beer like that I've actually really enjoyed because it doesn't seem like it's trying to be a dessert beer. It just tastes good as like a standalone kind of.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Really
I've had-
nutty.
I've had one. I've had a
Nutty.
peanut butter stout before.
Yeah.
And I got it as a part of a beer of the month club type deal. Got like 12 or 16 beers every month. And I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna like this. This is gross. And it was my favorite beer out of that month. It was like I can't remember what it was called, but it was so good.
Where
but
was
yeah,
it from?
it's-
Do you remember?
I can't remember because they sent me. I think it was from Delaware. I want to say it was from Delaware.
Okay.
But there were beers from all over the country.
Right.
But the reason I liked it was because it didn't taste like a dessert. It didn't taste sweet. It was more beer forward instead of
Uh-huh.
peanut butter or chocolate or coffee. That's what you get with a lot of those stouts.
Right,
And, porters
right.
and stuff. They're super thick too. It's like drinking. That's what people say when they have Guinness. It's like I'm drinking a loaf of bread. Like you're just a sissy girl. That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I
great.
said, I told you this once. Guinness is the Bud Light of dark beer. Like,
I
you're
love
like,
Guinness.
I
could
like
drink it
Guinness.
water.
Trust me, I love Guinness. But if someone's like, "Oh yeah, I drink dark beer. I drink Guinness all the time," it's like, okay,
Yeah.
you drink dark beer. Okay.
Right. Yeah, I
But,
love Guinness though.
I
Guinness
thought
is
I
one
was
of my,
cool, but apparently
My
not.
favorites. My favorites.
What
Yeah, I had
defines a
easy
stout?
beer to
Are they
try.
just
It is.
dark beer? Just really dark?
What?
What defines a
stouts?
stout? Yeah.
Well, how about this?
We can give you an
Incredible
actual
invention.
definition called the Google machine.
Yeah.
Mm, true.
What? Is
That's
a
not my job.
stout.
Yeah, I'm some of a
Yeah,
beer
it's
expert.
dark
Just
for
fucking
sure.
turns over and Googles it.
It's definitely real
It's a-
dark.
Dark top fermented beer.
There you go.
So then
they
you've
use
got
tops
the
instead of hops.
the yeah. And then
Exactly.
you have the different types. So you've got like a milk stout,
Milk stouts. Yep.
and then you have the Irish stouts, that's what I prefer. So that's like your
That
Guinness.
is a Guinness. Yeah.
That's your Murphy's if you ever had Murphy's before. Beamish is one I've not heard of, but I've definitely had Murphy's before. Murphy's is great. But then you have the other dry stouts as well. And then it goes porter, oatmeal, oyster
stouts.
stout.
I've never had an oyster stout, but
Oyster
oatmeal stouts
stout.
are
That sounds
fantastic.
disgusting.
Oatmeal
Does
stouts are
sound
awesome.
gross.
If you ever get the opportunity to try one of those, oatmeal stouts
Oatmeal stout.
are fantastic. Big
I'll
fan.
have to try one.
Yeah, they're very good. Those are
Yeah.
the kind of beer that you really like. You really only have one, you know. Like it's hard to just keep ordering a stout. You know, you drink one for the flavor, and you're like, okay, if I'm gonna drink more, I'm gonna go switch back to a blonde or just a regular. Yeah, it's not easy to sit there and drink them. They're so heavy.
Have any of you guys ever had a Diet Pepsi before, though?
The Diet Pepsi,
gross.
yeah,
What's that?
it's
Pepsi.
disgusting, bud.
Sometimes they put a hint of cherry in it, like a
That
cherry.
is the worst diet
Africano.
soda.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it's pretty good.
I think it's the first time I've ever agreed with Scott.
True.
All right, Scott, beer. What do you think?
Not a fan.
I'm a
Oh, okay,
fan.
I mean that's fair. Yeah, I'm
Scott's
looking
favorite
for
beer is Miller Lite,
anything here.
but he
Like,
didn't
yeah,
like
any-
it. He didn't like it that I said that out loud, so he changed it.
I switched to
He
Michelob.
pretends he likes other beers, but it's really this.
Mick Ultra is my favorite, right? Like my current favorite, like just domestic light beer. Mick Ultra is just super easy to drink. It doesn't have any. First, there's something about Miller Lite. I'm sorry, something about Miller Lite is offensive to me, and I
Get
don't
it,
know what
Mick.
it is. There's a flavor in there that I don't like. I don't know what it is, but I hate it, and I can't figure
Oh,
it out.
this beer tastes racist. I don't like this.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
exactly. It's offensive. It's offensive to me.
Pussy.
Yeah. Oh, Yeah, was Jason not in here yet?
No.
What?
Thank you.
Yeah, dude. I was at the gym and there's like a Miller Lite commercial and like their whole argument is just like some dude grabs like Michelob, like that's in the commercial. He grabs.
Oh,
Michelob,
I've seen this. I've seen
And they
this.
just shake
yes.
their heads at him and then he puts
Yes.
it back and gets Miller.
And
And I
gets
was like,
Miller.
well, Michelob has like Chris Pratt promoting it, and it's like, oh, you can still be jacked, and it's only like 10 calories or whatever, and it's
Yeah.
like, it's not that bad for you. But then
Like 96.
Miller is just like, don't be a fucking pussy.
Yeah.
And that's their,
Miller
Miller
their
also
entire
has, like,
gimmick.
All with that, like, you know, it's only 3 more calories,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's
They
the
don't-
first
yeah.
one I've seen.
It was
Yeah.
the first. It was the original.
Original
Light beer.
light beer.
The original light
Fucking
beer.
copycats.
That's right.
But like, I mean,
Reinvented the
well,
game.
when we're talking session beers that you just sit down and drink with your boys, I mean, Yingling's the oldest brewery in the country, so like they take the cake on that. I'd say.
I got these, so I mean, I love to drink these casually, but my favorite ones to just sit down and drink are Blue Moons and Fat Tires.
Fat Tire's
Fat
good.
Tire is
I like
great.
Fat
I
Tire.
love
Yeah,
that.
see, everybody agrees with Fat
Tire's
Tire.
amazing.
No one
Andy
agreed with Blue
introduced it to
Moon
me.
because
Jaden said something about
It's just got
dragon.
that-
Milk. I've never heard of that.
Dragon's Milk.
Yes.
Dragon's Milk
Yes,
Stout?
it's a bourbon barrel, and it is
Oh,
wild. Yeah, it's like 12%, 14%.
There's different ones though. Dragon's Milk.
They
is
probably
not,
have a whole brand.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say it's not just the bourbon stout. I like the Kentucky bourbon barrel ale.
Well, it's really
Kentucky
expensive
Bourbon
because
Barrel's great.
the work
really
put
good.
into milking those dragons.
I know.
It's really for
Insane.
kings, not for
Yeah,
commoners
like,
like
true.
us. you know?
Honestly, I'm surprised it's as cheap as it is. Like, it's kind of expensive, but it should be more than that, considering the risk involved.
True.
But
really, dragon is not a meal for commoners.
yeah, what
like me,
do you
it's
like?
for
Do you like
kings,
bourbon
know?
barrels?
I like how all they have to do is click a
Yeah.
button that says, yes,
Yeah.
I'm over 21 to get on.
Have you
any
had
alcohol.
There was
Yeah.
a
Same with
limited.
Yeah, I'm 18.
There was
So
a
11%, by the way.
there's like a limited edition, or like I think they only have it at certain times of year. There's a bourbon barrel, and it's New Belgium and Knob Creek. They do like a joint.
Yeah.
It's called Oakspire, and it
I,
is fantastic.
I toured
It is-
their rick houses in the distillery.
Oh,
'Cause
that's
it's
awesome.
a Jim Beam. It's a Jim Beam distillery, Knob Creek.
Right,
So-
right.
So we saw how it was all done, and it's pretty interesting to go through and have a tour and everything. But you said who did that?
It is New Belgium.
New Belgium. Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, New Belgium and Knob Creek. Yeah, it's called Oak
I
Spire.
haven't had that.
What's
And if
a
you can
bourbon
find, if
barrel?
you can, I don't know if they sell it like.
They age it.
Like-
Oh.
Bourbon barrels.
Mhm.
Makes it super boozy, pretty much.
Yeah,
Gives it that
yeah.
nice bourbon taste.
They're very good, very good. They're strong, but they're
That
extremely
nice
good.
bourbon taste. You got.
Oh come on,
Yeah, if
son.
you have a good bourbon, you're okay.
Booze, we're gonna.
If you get the rye, you get a spicy one, or you get a
Puke
smooth
faces
one.
happen no
So
matter what.
you like spicy bourbon?
I do, yeah.
So have you had the New Riff?
Mm-mm.
It's
I don't get to try a bunch of different liquors as much as I'd like to, because it's just an expensive habit.
It is,
You know? You stick to
absolutely.
what you know and what
right.
you like. So
New
Knob
Riff,
Creek.
I would if you like spicy ones, I would recommend that. It's really rye heavy, like it's a really heavy rye flavor and very spicy. And it is, I mean, funny because of the name, but it is new. The first bottles were, or the first like run was started in 2016.
oh, wow.
So like yeah, this last year is the first run of them. They're aged 4 years.
BRB.
They got a really neat bottle. Like it's like it almost looks like a wine bottle, like the shape of it.
Called?
New Riff. And it's got like an orange.
Like Riff Raff?
Yeah, yeah. RIFF.
Oh, I've seen.
Yeah, you can find it everywhere. It's just because
Yeah, I've seen
it's
those for
new.
sure.
They're running this all over the place. Like any liquor store you go to probably has a pretty decent sized section on it
Yeah.
if it's got that kind of stuff in it.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's really good if you like spicy stuff.
Is Lane? Lane, are you still in here? Okay. Lane knows this, but I have a good friend who is much more established in life. We'll say he's well off.
Got a couple of those.
And-
Yep.
Yeah, and he's got some incredible. He's got an incredible taste
Mhm.
in scotch and cigars, wine. His most recent thing he's been doing is tequilas.
Oh God.
And okay, listen.
Yeah, I'm ready. Yep.
Are disgusting
exactly-
across the board.
Hold on, no.
I've only had one I
Yeah,
liked.
they fucking are.
So
Retweet. Tequila sauce.
I totally was the same way.
No.
But this man has he has a level of taste that we're not privy to.
It's
right?
crazy. I hate it, but he loves it, and that means it's great.
What do you think? He's fucking
Well,
better than me?
Well, see, Dennis has a better palate than the rest of us, so he orders it for us.
Honestly,
gosh,
Dennis,
what
I
is
hate
it
this
called?
place. I don't even like that.
Beak.
Tequila.
I'll take the beak.
Let me see here. Ray del Sol. Okay, if you look this up,
Oh, is that the one with the
It's-
sun bottle?
yeah, it's $350 for a bottle. It's
Oh, that's why it tastes good.
incredible.
Expensive.
Oh, okay.
It's not even like drinking alcohol. It's like
I-
drinking honey. It's the most wild thing.
6
Um,
year.
And so
Nice.
I saw that.
if you look it up, there's another one that Año or
Anejo. Yeah, Anejo.
Sure. Yeah, and Anejo. The $530 bottle,
Mhm.
even better.
I would
hope,
probably tell people
right?
it tasted good if I just spent $530 on a bottle of
I
tequila.
mean, I didn't spend a dime on it, and I thought it was incredible.
Yeah.
In fact, he actually said that he preferred the cheaper bottle. Now, the cheaper bottle's
Yep.
$270, but you know, you'll have
Yeah.
that, I suppose. But that was his new thing. But when I started
Aroma.
going over there, he started me off on some scotches.
Yeah. That's my
And-
shit right there.
I had a Macallan 21 year.
Oh
when I was
my
over there.
God.
Because
Oh.
he just paid off his house and he got it as a
Oh
gift.
my God.
And it's, I mean, he
It-
had me try from the 12 all the way up to the 21.
Yes.
And there's like, it's not even like drinking the same liquor. It's the
Really?
strangest thing. Yeah, because they don't taste the same at all.
Okay. So what's
They're
weird is like
incredible.
when I talk to anybody about scotch, my first suggestion to anyone is Macallan 12.
Yeah.
That is the easiest scotch, probably the easiest liquor that I've had to drink in terms of like, you know, it's $100 a bottle, but affordable, quote unquote. It's only age 12 years for a Scotch. That's pretty young.
Yep.
It is so easy and smooth to drink. Anyone could drink it and be fine with it. I'm always like, I can't imagine why anyone would spend that much money on like the 21 or the 25 year, because the 12 is already so smooth. They're like, what more could you gain? That's interesting. I've
Because
never
if I
met
can
anyone
afford
who's
to spend that much
tasted
on a
that.
bottle, then I feel like
That's
I don't
awesome.
give a shit how much I'm spending on a bottle.
Well, he is about to put up his house on the market for
On eBay.
$980,000.
And
So
and he had just paid it
Really?
off.
Moving?
he's moving to Florida. Yeah, I'm pretty
Oh.
upset about it. But
Dang.
we're not gonna
Damn.
get into my own personal woes
Yeah.
right now.
Right.
What was
What's
the?
this guy do? Does he come from money, or is he like, I just make a fuck ton of money doing
He's
something?
just
He
a
started as a maintenance
hard
guy
worker.
at a business, and he moved his way up the corporate ladder to president of international business, and grew their business by 900% in like a couple years.
Attaboy.
So,
Mhm.
you know, American dream type stuff right there.
Yeah. I've got a buddy who, unfortunately, due to COVID, has been kind of self-isolating for the past year and a half, like to a degree that I've
Stick to
never
my
seen.
face.
I've never seen anyone do. It's sad, but you know, whatever. To each his own. But he is that friend for me, where like very well off, has a has more than I have.
Has nice tastes.
Yes, yes.
know this
He
guy?
has entered. Huh?
Do I know this guy?
I've mentioned him before.
Okay.
You've heard of him, I'm sure, but
I wasn't sure if
not
it was
not
one
in
of those
person.
people.
No,
Okay.
you've never met him. But yeah, he kind of introduced me to Scotch for the most part. I mean, I had like watched videos and shit here and there, and been like, it'd be pretty cool to get into that. But he was the one who actually got me tasting Scotches. And the Macallan 12 is the one that he goes to consistently. Even though he has the money to do more, that's the one that he's just like, if there's something in my house, in my cabinet that I'm going to go to on a nightly basis, it's Macallan 12.
Yeah, it
And,
feels dirty drinking anything else. It's just super expensive. You know,
Yeah.
and you're like, this is $100.
Yeah, no, it's
You know,
bad.
it's kind of
Budget
Kinda
drinking over
For
here.
me, for me personally, I actually have the case for it right here. I tend to keep
Oh,
my cases that I... Lafroig 10.
Yeah.
Lafroig 10 is my favorite. I love the peaty, smoky, like...
Uh-huh.
It tastes like you're drinking a campfire. That's my kind of stuff. And this right here is... I mean... It's Booge is losing it right now.
That's my
Tastes like you're
favorite
Yeah,
drinking a campfire.
Well, Scott started laughing as soon as you said that. And I was, you
Yes,
take a
this right
campfire,
here.
blend it up, and take a drink like that.
And take a drink. That's what it tastes
We've
like.
tried
in
that
this.
before.
Smells like
It's-
fire. Bonfire.
James Bonfire.
Oh,
But yeah,
wow.
this is good stuff.
I had Bolvini, the single malt.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
bet you
Or
like
my wedding.
Baldinis in your mouth.
Okay, well you drank it too. So
Ah, you liked it too,
Was that the
Booge.
Scotch I had?
I was tricked. I
Dang.
didn't know.
Wow.
So that was the regular one, but then I also had this one. I don't have the case. I have the bottle. The quarter cask. This stuff is obviously it's only a quarter cask, so it's way smokier. This shit is like that was almost too much. I enjoyed it, but it was like I had to take my time with that bottle.
I got a question for you. If you were to
Yeah,
fill up
maybe.
that bottle, what was that? Would you say a Scotch?
Yep.
If you filled that bottle up with the cheapest, shittiest Scotch there was and set it next to a different, like the.
I would
apple
absolutely know
Scotch
the
that-
difference. Yes.
No, not you. How many people do
Okay.
you get to say
oh,
it tastes better when it's poured out of the other bottle than when it's
It
poured out of
depends.
its own bottle?
What do
do
you?
they drink?
So like a
Do they drink
placebo?
hard
you
liquor
mean?
outside of mixed drinks?
Like at a bar, well liquor.
I don't know, 50% people wouldn't be able
Yeah.
to figure it out.
Probably.
You're
I'm
stupid.
sure. If you're just drinking well liquor, then no. I mean,
Not
yeah,
that it's the
there's
same, but like
probably
they,
not a whole lot of
they
people
would say that the
know.
one is better. They're the same liquor, but one's in the nice bottle. I bet, and you said it costs $150. I bet a lot of people would say it's better.
Oh yeah, if that's just like I'm sure they do studies on that psychology.
Yeah, better. Yeah, it's definitely easier to drink. Now, if you don't like the flavor of alcohol, which probably 50% of people don't like it, and they just drink alcohol to get drunk, so they try to mask the flavor
Well,
of it. They wouldn't like either one, so they probably wouldn't know.
Right,
would
well, that's
just-
the part about that, like, nice scotches that make it nice is that, like, because every vodka and, like, whiskey that's cheaper than, like, $40 has that, like, that kind of, like, rubbing alcohol taste to it.
acetone.
You know? That, like,
yeah,
that,
it's
like-
it's
that,
an
like,
acetone
burns your
flavor,
throat
yeah.
a little bit.
That's what they call it.
Makes your throat, like, catch it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what,
Yes.
like, causes me to, like, do that little every
Yeah,
single time I take a shot.
your puke face. Yeah, man.
Even
Puke face is
when I
I
don't
hate
do the
it.
puke face, it's
You
still,
know
like,
you're not gonna
it still
puke, but
hitches
when
in my throat.
if I
every
do a
single
shot
time.
with you and look at you while you do the shot, I know you're not gonna throw up, but it looks like it, so I have to look
Dude,
away because
I-
it's bad.
It doesn't matter how much chaser I have, it's gonna happen.
Black
Scott's got the
velvet
worst-
hitting your uvula. That's
it-
great.
Scott's got the worst non-puking puke face I've ever seen.
It's
It's a mental
terrible.
block at this point, dude. Like, after drinking so much of that Evan Williams, that taste, anytime I
Oh,
get a
dude.
hint of
Yeah,
it,
dude. Oh,
anytime I get a hint
Yeah.
of that taste, I'm just like, every
That is
single
interesting.
time.
Because okay, so I'm the same way with Fireball, and Scott knows this because the
Dude,
night I
can't
drank
get
a
on that
fifth of
one night.
Fireball, Scott had to walk me to the other house in the middle of the street.
I had to
I
carry
threw
him
up in the
to the other
road in
house.
Muncie. Yeah, Scott had
Classic.
pretty much carry me there. I was fine 1 second. Scott left for about a minute and a half. Came back and I was on the ground.
Dude,
But
We
yeah,
were, like-
ever since then, I can't drink anything like Jack Daniel's. One of my favorite, just go to like just whiskeys, like just to drink in a mixed drink or like do a shot of. It's gonna be Jack. Can't drink
Never.
Tennessee Honey. Can't drink any Fireball. Can't drink anything remotely syrupy or sweet. I immediately get Fireball flavor and I'm out. I can't do it. Cannot do it.
dude,
Yeah, I'm
that
not
was
good at Fireball anymore.
a little bit of off topic, but that was the night that Steve said. Gabe told me the next morning, he's like, all right, so what you do when someone gets that drunk? You pour their pants
yes,
down,
I remember this.
stick a straw in
You
their
put
ass.
a straw,
Put it
put them in
out.
their ass and
They
cut it off.
wake up and take it out, and then they don't tell anyone because they don't want anyone to know. Or like they ask who put a straw in my ass, and then you don't tell them it was you. So either way, they come out looking like a fucking idiot. It's like, that is one of the most fucked up things.
That is, yeah, for
Who
sure.
thinks of that? They thought they put a
It'd be
straw in
so
their
funny
ass.
if they walked around and
Also,
didn't tell
just
you
for
about
the
it.
record, just so
I
everyone
wouldn't tell
knows,
anybody, would you?
for the record, one that didn't happen. Did not wake up with a straw in my ass. If I did, if someone did
okay.
it,
All right.
if someone did it, they got really timid about it and took it out before the night was over and pulled my pants back up for me. If that happened, thank you, appreciate it. Also, I was not blackout drunk. I just threw up. I was still pretty conscious of what was going on, and I hated
Dude,
my life. I
it was-
wish I was blackout drunk because I remember being miserable after that.
It was so shitty because like we were walking back and it was like 2 miles away from the Concord house, and
It was-
Kale and whoever was with Kale was like way ahead. And I was like, hey guys, I don't know how to get back to your house.
It was
Like,
almost everybody, yeah.
You're like,
The whole
it's,
group.
it's fine. We're fine. Like they're
And
like
then-
2 blocks ahead of me, and Jason's
I
like,
felt so
"Stop,
bad. I'm
stop
like,
it."
Scott, we have to stop. If we don't stop, I'm gonna throw
Go.
up right now. And like, yeah, I had to stop, and they were still just trucking along, and Scott was just there for me. I never
Yeah,
forgot
that's
that.
good.
That was a good time. That was a good time. I appreciate
And
you,
then
Scott.
when I get drunk, because everyone just laughs at me, like, hey, don't take another shot.
Yeah, but like for the
Yeah.
longest time though, like you were the one that could drink that much, and then everybody else
Yeah.
kind of caught up eventually.
Well, I like started to become a bitch about it. Or like drinking a half
But-
gallon every other night, like every 2 nights, was like up my
Yes,
tolerance.
it
And then
isn't-
I stopped, then I'd go to a party and I'd still try to drink the same amount, and then it was terrible. I still have a problem with that because once I start drinking, I don't want to stop drinking until I'm like done for the night. So
right.
a lot of even now, like I drink like once a month now, and then I get fucked up every time.
Yeah. I've
Yeah,
not
I
been.
don't know what happened last time. Scott got fucked up.
I've not been actually fucked
He
up.
scared the shit
in a
out of
long
camera.
time. It's been a long time
Well-
since I've been actually fucked up.
He stands by that I was not bad at all until I got home, and then I just started to piss him off, or I started to scare him. I guess thought I was pissed. I don't know if I was actually mad or not because I
I
don't.
don't know why he was scared. He's always funny.
I might have threatened him.
Five
Hannah-
Nights at Scabby's,
I
boys.
mean, if you saw an ogre standing in a doorway with like a shadow cast, it'd be pretty scary.
No.
It's a big 6'2"
I
man.
wouldn't. There's no way I could be scared of Scott
No
ever.
way.
Hannah
I
said,
mean, like not no way, but like if he was
Not no way.
if he was
Definitely
just
way.
I mean, I could be probably scared of all of you in some way, depending on the
Yeah,
situation.
but I mean,
if Scott's just drunk having a good time, then he walks in the
like
doorway and
staring
just
at him.
stands there and stares at me, I'm probably not gonna be scared. I'm like, dude, you're fucked up, Scott. Go to bed.
Dude, I remember, I don't know what he did or said. It was right before I started to come to. I don't know if I thought he was making fun of me or what, but like he walked out of the computer room, so I walked in there and I shut the door and sat in front of it so he couldn't come back in. So, like, well, I don't know how long it was. It felt like forever. It might have been like 10 seconds.
dude, Scott's really freaking me out right now. What's he doing? I don't know.
Okay,
I mean,
Dragon
he's locked
Bone's
himself in
good,
the computer room. I think he's gonna
boxing,
hurt me. What? What? That doesn't make. What?
Anna said that night I was just like, he snapped her, and I was just laying on the couch and I wouldn't move. And he's like, Scott, if you don't get up, I'm sleeping in your bed. And I just got right up and like left after laying there for like 5 minutes, not refusing to move. Just like snapped up and walked out of the room. Dude, I hate being blackout. I hate not remembering because what anyone tells you is what happened. You don't really have a choice to say
Yeah,
it's
for
not what
sure.
happened.
It'd be like.
I've never been blackout drunk, not once. I've been the most drunk I've ever been was that night, Scott. Seriously, in like in my entire life, that is the most drunk I've ever been.
I don't know how that is because like I feel like my body tolerance must be higher than like whatever causes you to black out, you know, or like
Right.
the body
Where like your stomach won't give it up before your head does.
Yeah. There's
My
like
stomach
interesting-
absolutely gave it up before my head did, but also it was a lot of sugar. It was Fireball. Like the sugar and then the alcohol turning to sugar, and it doesn't mix well in your stomach. You got to get rid of it. If you're drinking Evan Williams like that, though, I'm sure there's a lot of times when it can catch up to you. And
I
it gets
just
you in the
started
head.
recently, like for ever since college, and when Scott got me to drink that with him, like until just recently, like drinking Diet Coke made me taste Evan Williams. Like I can't.
No,
like,
I get that
it
sometimes.
just got
There's-
normal.
If I drink
again.
it like first thing in the morning, I get that.
It's weird. Like it's
Oh,
weird how your
man.
brain like fills in that gap, and it's like I'll drink Diet Coke, and it's
Or
like
flat Diet Coke.
yeah, for sure. Like
It's-
warm Diet Coke or flat Diet Coke. I'm like, oh, that's not right. Like, am I drunk? It's
Am I
terrible.
drunk?
That's literally like, oh my god. Every single time I came over to Scott's, him and Matt were like, hey, you taking a shot? I guess so.
So
I guess I'm
We
getting
just
fucked
took
up.
one. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't ask if you were a little bitch.
Do you guys drink wine at all?
I was gonna
Yeah,
ask. Yeah,
heavy.
wine.
I've had wine probably less times than probably less than 5 times.
Did you enjoy
Well, that's not
it?
true. Yeah, it depends. Like
I didn't.
red wine is really bitter.
Depends on what it is.
I like red
I
wine
don't
better
know.
than white wine.
There,
but-
there are red sweets, and there are
Well, kind of had with like
dry reds, and there are
I think-
sweet whites, and
I think
dry whites.
every red wine that I've had tastes very similar to the red wine they serve at church to children, you know. And
oh, okay.
and
Yep.
they all taste. I hate it. The white ones.
Scott hates the blood of our Lord. Just
Yeah.
let
yeah,
that be
that's a
known.
sign of the Antichrist, Scott.
The only ones I have are sweet, and I don't like them because they're sweet. They're really sweet.
I like a good
So I don't
like
like wine.
there's a
I
place
hate
in
champagne.
Lafayette that I used to go to, and they would have like you could do like a tasting of like 6 things first, and they didn't have like a huge array. It was like probably like 15 to 20 wines total, and then there was a dry one that I liked a lot. Like I didn't think I would like dry wines, but it was super good. It was like Prophet's Rock or something. It was really great.
Dry
Then
wine
there's
is
also,
nice.
like, I mean, I like them all. Wine is fucking. I wish wine wasn't such a feminine thing, because I'll drink wine all the fucking time.
I don't
Andy
think it
drinks
is.
it every
I don't think
single
it is.
D&D session.
Dude,
yeah.
He does.
wine
Honestly,
I feel like
you
it
just
depends on
have
the
to
setting.
own it. You have
I'm
to
not an
go to a
alcoholic.
party
I'm a wino. It's different.
If you show up to a party with wine, it's a feminine thing. If you're having it like at a restaurant, I feel like no one bats an eye.
We weren't drinking. It's called a
Yeah,
tasting.
true.
It's
Okay, yes.
classy.
It depends on what you're going for. I mean,
Like,
So
show
you
up
have
to a
wine
date
when
party
you're out
with
with
a
the
couple
boys.
bottles
You're
of wine,
I would-
it's a girl thing.
You're basically
I would
on
say
Jack.
that for probably. I'd say that for probably anything though, Scott. Like wine
Why?
in and of itself is almost it's almost above a party drink. Like some girls do it, and it's kind of
Oh,
like
yeah, you
okay,
like
yeah,
to-
they do.
6
But
bottles.
like okay,
or
so
6 ounce
if I
bottle of wine and take them to the day party things.
right, so if I were to show up to a party with trying to think of something like even like a Maker's 46. Like if I show up to a party with like a bourbon
I
that's
showed
like
up with
a
a
7.
Heinz 57.
No. If I show up to a show up to a party with like a $70 bottle of bourbon, everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" Like, this is not what you're supposed to be drinking right now.
But they're not
can.
like they're not questioning your manhood. They're just like
No, but it's still questioning
that.
the viability of drinking this
Any of the
at a
monthly
party.
parties,
Right,
I
but like-
disagree.
like,
I would rather someone be like, that's not what you're supposed to be drinking here. Versus like anytime I open up a lemonade Truly's, everyone's just, the fuck you doing, you loser?
That guy's
Yeah.
drinking
Every
bourbon. Let's go
time.
beat him up.
Every time.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I don't care. It tastes better. And then
Dude, I
now
hate
it's like
seltzer,
every person I've met is just
so
like makes
So,
fun of me
so,
for it. So now
I
stop.
guess you're right, but the parallel I was drawing here was like, yes, wine is maybe kind of feminine, but if you're drinking it in a context of like, I'm here to enjoy this alcohol, and maybe I'll get a little bit drunk off of it, you know, in the right setting, in a restaurant or with my friends, like immediate friends and
Yeah.
family, it's different. It's the same kind of thing as drinking a bourbon or something like that, where it's not a party, it's just social gathering, you're hanging out, you're having some nice alcohol. Wine is just fine if you're a guy. Like,
Dude.
it's just, you just own it.
Give me
like-
a wine truck.
If,
Well,
if you're a
off topic.
wine dude, if you're a wine guy, you're a wine guy. That's just what it is. Like,
A little off topic. Does anyone else get like a nice little head rush whenever you like drink
Stand up,
carbonated
super
drinks and you burp, and then you
Yep.
make the burp come out your nose and it
out of your
burns,
nose,
and
yeah.
it burns?
I do it on purpose.
Dude, I do
Sometimes,
too
like,
sometimes.
Sometimes okay, have you done it sometimes where it's too much?
Oh yeah, sometimes it sucks.
And then you're like,
Yeah, but a little bit ago I just did it. Make come out my nose and it's a burn. I'm like,
yeah, it like makes
that's
you
not good.
cry, and you're like, oh, it's too much. I should have done
This
that.
is evidence that we're still just children.
Oh,
We're doing
dude,
things
no,
on
but-
purpose that are
it's
probably
great.
not good.
But I'm not drinking
Oh,
Coca-Cola. I'm
Going
drinking
back,
platform.
last weekend I tried
Child.
soju for the first. Is that right? Soju,
Soju, what's that?
rice wine.
Oh,
Is that how
Rice
you
wine.
pronounce
rice wine vinegar.
Well, it's not sake. So I know what
Oh,
sake
you
is.
had rice
Yeah,
wine
sake
drink.
is rice wine, but what's the other one? I've never heard of that.
It's the same thing. So like they compare it where I think sake is more like a vodka, and then soju is more like a wine, and you're supposed to sip it.
How do you
and
spell
it's
it?
good.
Like,
Do you know how to spell it or no?
Soju.
Oh,
Like-
okay.
like
yeah,
when
that's what.
Hibachi
Okay, yeah,
chefs
there it
spray
is.
the-
You were right.
The wine.
It was
in
good
your
I just
though.
wanna look it
mouth.
up.
It's really
Pretty sure
strong.
rice wine.
It's like 16%, and it's like really good. You just get a little shot, and you just sip it. It's really good.
You gotta take more in a measly.
That's
7.5%. Wow.
okay.
Okay.
I was thinking about that joke. I was waiting to
Dude,
pepper
that's
it
so
in.
interesting. Actually, that's awesome.
No, it's really dry. It's like the driest wine, but I like it a lot. It was
Alcohol
so
by
it's
volume,
it's
16.8
Korean.
to 53%.
I saw that. It's
It's Korean.
Korean. I mean, there are some that's distilled outside of Korea, obviously, but it is a Korean, basically Korean rice wine.
What was that?
Korean rice wine. Weiss wine.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me.
I did say that the first time, yeah. Korean rice wine. That's pretty cool. We just got recently, we went to, it is, what's the place called? Vine and Table, I think. It's in like the Hamilton area, but they have like, it's like a huge liquor store. That's all they do. It's every variety of liquor that you can think of. They have huge sections in their store of everything. And we looked at their like Japanese section of like whiskeys, and apparently like the Japanese whiskey, they'll have some of them that are like made with rye and corn and like the things that the American or either American or like Scotches are made from, like the grains and stuff. They kind of try to mimic those things. And then they also, there's like the other half of the Japanese whiskey is like the rice whiskey. They distill it from the same like sushi rice or sake rice, the same kind of stuff. If you ever find Japanese whiskey somewhere with
Dude, I
like
wanna
the
go to
rice,
Japan
the
someday.
rice, it is amazing.
That'd be great.
Like it's got a completely different flavor profile.
I want to
than,
go
like,
to Thailand for
than the
a
regular.
thing.
I've seen a lot of those animes, and I feel like that's got to be what it's like in real life.
Ex-
there, and I would
exactly.
love to go.
Andy, Japanese whiskey. Have you ever had any or no?
Yes. had a couple.
Everything.
I've
trying to
the
find the.
This guy's had everything.
Tory. They've got a couple, but I've also had one that I've really liked.
This entire podcast is gonna be.
Let me see if I can
Alcohol.
find the
Alcohol
whiskey
theme.
I've had.
Been
much.
going
Yeah,
on
this is
for
this
an
is the
hour.
beer. This is the beer cast.
The last one
episode.
was eating shit cast, or and this
Yeah.
one is whiskey.
Eating shit and fucking your friends
Dude.
cast.
I'm happy I'm here.
Suntory
because-
Talk is awful. It's $30 Japanese whiskey. It's awful. It's terrible.
That sounds terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, don't ever get that. But this, if you like real smoky stuff, you'll like this. I'll put it in the chalkboard.
Damn it! What's this shit called?
Put it in the other ones that don't get you all mad.
I'm trying to find the whiskey that I have.
Oh man, I love long links.
I
Makes me
can't-
feel like I'm not. It makes me feel like I'm not clicking
I'm
on
not, you know what?
it.
I'm not sorry.
I don't know what it is.
Nika
Damn it.
Coffee Grain Whiskey.
It's very good.
75 bones.
It's also expensive.
Where'd you put this at?
Chocolate.
Chalkboard. Have you ever had Jefferson's Ocean
Interesting.
bourbon?
No,
Jefferson's Ocean.
man, I can't find the Japanese whiskey I
Yeah.
have.
They age it in barrels on like cargo ships or just ships on the ocean. And the salt water in the air, it like imbues itself into the
Right.
bourbon, and it's incredible. You can
Nice.
definitely taste it. It's very
That's
good.
awesome. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the rice, the Japanese rice whiskeys. They have like it's almost sweeter on the back end. Like you can taste it. It tastes different than the corn or the rye that you get in
Mhm.
regular bourbons or scotches or any of that stuff. It's really cool. Really cool to get that different flavor profile.
I'm hungry.
Hungy?
Booch.
You hungry?
Yeah. I think Kyle and I are gonna order teriyaki here soon.
Oh,
Oh,
damn it,
dude.
man! I want Japanese food. God, kabuki sounds so good right now.
Yeah, if you want to be massively disappointed, try the new dumpling house in Muncie. I don't even know how they like get things that taste so bland. It's crazy. Yeah, like I
Really?
thought,
Maybe
Zero
better.
felt like I
salt,
had a-
zero butter.
All right.
dude, it had to have been that. And like I feel like sodium is like a must-have for Asian food.
Yeah.
It is
But, like,
sodium and MSG.
It like you would think you had a cold, like a really bad cold, for every bite you took.
Or the Rona.
Yeah, kind of. Well, I don't know about that because Rona was just like kind of didn't taste, but it was almost
The
just
Rona
like
was extreme for me.
it's weird to describe, but it was less of like you couldn't taste it, and it was more of like a lack of taste, if that made sense. Like it was all just very
Right.
dull, like very dull. I
have
don't know.
you-
I didn't have Coronas. I don't really know.
Have you
Well,
had
I
have you had kabuki at the new place in Winchester,
I
Scott?
have.
You
What
have
is it?
the new Japanese place in Winchester.
No, what's it
Kabuki?
called?
Kabuki.
No, I have
Kabuki.
not.
Yes. They.
If I'm in town, I'm down to get it though because I'm like
Yes.
new.
I mean, I would
restaurants.
recommend it. It's like when I went there to eat it the first time as like a sit
Bukkake,
down.
that's what it's called. God damn. I was
Bukkake.
trying to make a bukkake joke and I couldn't think of the word. Yeah, I just fucking. I was.
Damn it,
Yeah, Nick, yeah.
You said kabuki and I was like, what is it?
fucking kakambe.
Kakambe.
It would have been
But,
way funnier if you would have butchered the word when you tried to make the joke.
Bakrumbi. Yeah,
Bakuki.
duh. You guys like Bakrumbi?
What do you mean, bakoko?
The first time I
Alright,
ate
continue,
there,
Jason.
the first time I ate there, I was disappointed because I was like, sit down restaurant, it's brand new, we're gonna try this, whatever. And I was like, yeah, it's Asian food. It's not like anything special. It's Asian food.
I'm gonna hop out and play some with Matt, but I'm gonna listen.
Okay. The
Yeah.
next time I ate there, or I got like takeout or whatever.
Mhm.
If I thought of it as like Asian takeout, where like you go to China House in Winchester and just get like shitty takeout food that's like amazing. It's shitty, but it's amazing. Kabuki is the best fucking Asian food I've ever had. And then I went there in person again, And I think that maybe, yeah, okay, fine. Guaranteed. I don't care what that is, teriyaki wok. It looks great, but listen,
It looks so good.
it looks so good, Nick.
The-
But next time you come to
oh.
town, try kabuki. I guarantee it blows it out of the water.
I think it like
yeah,
had
I'm
just
here for
opened when I
the
came back.
bukkake.
They do some
Kreska,
really good
Alex
stuff.
and Kristen went. It was great. I got some udon. It was great.
Is their udon good?
I love it. That's my favorite Japanese dish now. I got it from Ninja Japan, and I've never had udon before. So unfortunately, Ninja Japan was my introduction to udon, but it was actually delicious. Like the noodles are so slurpy. It's amazing.
Yeah.
The broth.
So when I go,
and I had
when
it
I
at
go,
Kabuki,
I
it
get
was great.
yeah. When I go, I get the I usually get like the teriyaki chicken, which is like the American Japanese food or whatever, or
That's what
Asian
this
food.
is. It's yeah, it's not very
yeah.
authentic.
But for the Americanized Japanese food, you can tell when you get it. It's like it is freshly cut, like sliced chicken breast.
Yeah.
Like it is chunks this big of chicken breast. That, like you can tell they actually cut it up and grilled it, and then put it on your plate. And their sauce, like, it isn't like anything you've ever had from like a takeout Asian food place. Their teriyaki,
Jason,
it tastes homemade.
The problem with your statement is that in Indiana, that's a big deal.
It
but
is.
What
No,
you're
yeah, it
describing
is.
here, it's literally on every single corner.
Yeah, I believe that.
Like
I believe
it is
that.
like there's literally a teriyaki
But I'm
place
talking
on every
in
corner, and
Winchester.
yeah,
This
no,
is
I
this
understand
is
why you're hyped
incredible.
about it because yeah, that's not something that you're gonna be able to get anywhere around in Indiana. It's literally like
Right.
this stuff.
Yeah.
We get this
And-
because we live
yes.
right next to it. I
Yeah,
could
a
get
dime a dozen.
13
Yeah,
other
you can get
places
it
that
anywhere.
do.
Yeah.
It's very much like very well made. Like they take chicken breasts and it's a lot of food too. Like
Yeah,
you said, like
right.
that size. I get like 2 breasts that are cut up and grilled. It's fucking
Right.
it's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. That's not something you find around here though. Like it's really cool to see that kind of. Well, for me, it's more cool because not just because I'm getting that food, but I am very invested in the state of the community of this area, like Randolph County as a whole.
True.
Like where I'm at right now, I'm trying to see this place expand and grow and get more of a good reputation, if that makes sense. Because I'm
There's
here.
2 teriyaki places. That's too many Japanese people.
Too many Japanese. Too many.
That's way too many. This is Winchester, not Japan. Okay.
Not Japan. Come on.
Not
But no,
Tokyo.
yeah, like I would like, so if there's anywhere here in this small of an area that's doing something like that, using real ingredients and making their own sauces and that kind of stuff, I'm into it. I want to see something more high quality come here, so it hopefully expands the I don't know, the demographic here.
I was
Does that
about
make
to say
Real
sense?
that.
ingredients,
Yeah,
real pizza.
The N word.
Papa
No.
John's.
Papa
Oh,
John's.
see, we're
That's
not.
what
We're
he
talking
said.
the opposite of that.
He's the gamer word.
Papa John's.
Have you seen what he said recently?
Who?
Papa John, like, he can't stop talking about it. He's-
Oh
like,
no.
he had an interview recently. It's like, dude, you just said the worst thing that you like. He's like, I have like 3. I think he like misspoke, but he's like, I have like 3 goals, and I have been working tirelessly for like 14 months to just get that word out of my vocabulary completely. It's like that's not what you're supposed to say. It is not that hard to just not say that word. it is incredibly easy to not say. The
It took
gamer word.
Alex a while.
It's like it took you over a year to get that out of your system.
Alex said it
Hey,
all
Kyle,
the
step
time,
in here.
dude.
Get on the podcast. You look good.
Yeah, get Kyle in here.
Oh, is that our good old buddy Kyle? From,
Yeah, so
like,
Kyle
back
likes
in
to do this
school?
thing. If Kyle wakes up, he has a death stare that like he doesn't speak for like 10 minutes after he wakes up, and I'll wake up in the morning and like go see him, and he's just
I feel
It's
like
that
I've seen
for a
him
while.
do this before.
dude. He can't speak for like the first 10 minutes when he wakes up. It's impossible. I've never heard him talk.
I don't like
Right when he
that.
wakes
I bet
up.
you can
That's
make
weird.
him talk. You just start like punching
Dude.
him and shit.
I'm pretty sure if there's like a nuclear fallout, like he would like still just like need his 10 minutes to like wake up properly. Like you could not have like a
He'd be
siren
cool,
wake him.
for sure.
Dude, it's the same thing every day. Like
I bet if you
every
punch him in
single
the
time he wakes
nuts,
up.
he'll start talking.
No, he'll probably just
Twist his
This is a
dick.
response.
just go quiet.
10 minutes
Grab-
later, scream.
Grab his dick and twist it.
The old big twist.
The old dick twist.
So for Milk's Monkey Minute, I think me and Kyle are gonna watch Godzilla tonight in preparation
Oh, yeah.
for watching Godzilla vs Kong.
Have
And
you seen
if
Godzilla?
Kong, I saw the
Which
first
Godzilla?
one, not the second one. We're watching the second one tonight.
I've only seen
Yeah, but
the first
which one?
King of Monsters.
Okay.
And then no, the one from 1948 where it's a man in a suit.
No, there's one from the 90s that I
Oh,
saw.
right,
as a kid.
that's like 2002 is, and it's
Yeah.
it's
I think you're right.
what is his name? Fucking
Diesel,
Ferris
Christian
Bueller.
Bale.
Matthew
Ferris Bueller.
Roderick or something.
Yeah, Matthew Broderick. That's it. Yeah, he's in
Matthew
fucking Godzilla 2000 or Godzilla 2001 or whatever year
I
it was.
saw the one with Bryan Cranston. I don't think I didn't see the
Yeah.
second one.
What a disappointment. I went to the movie theater and I was like on the full like Breaking Bad hype. I was like in the middle of Breaking Bad and I was like, oh, it's gonna be great. Bryan Cranston's a great actor, and he fucking dies in like the first like
Yeah.
10 minutes. And I'm like, okay, well, I want to go home. And then
It's
yeah,
Kyle
that's
with
about-
the death stare.
There he is with the death stare.
1998.
Dude, that's fucking wild. What is he doing? I don't like this at all. Get him the fuck out of that room, Nick. Nick, get him the fuck out of that room right now.
okay,
You're gonna
yeah.
get paper to write on?
Are you losing subscribers because of this?
He's kind of freaking me out a little bit.
Yeah.
Somebody
That's what
fucking-
Cam saw when Scott was drunk. That's what he saw.
Somebody fucking get him out of here.
Oh shit.
I kind of want to try the sweet and sour chicken.
Sweet and sour chicken's good, dude.
Yeah, I always go with General Tso's, but I think I'm gonna get sweet and sour.
Me
It's funny,
too.
I've never had
yeah,
sweet and sour
yeah, sweet and
chicken,
sour
but I
chicken.
decided to cook it one time and it was delicious.
Dude, I got your recipes today, and I'm pretty excited to try it out.
They're good, man.
I have never made Chinese food or Asian food at home that is like even close to like a restaurant. And
It's
if
good,
I could
man.
figure out how to do it, maybe I just need to buy a wok.
I
That's
have
the
a
trick.
wok, yeah.
Dude,
They're great.
if I could make
I wouldn't say you need a wok for sweet and
Have to
sour
know.
or orange chicken, but it's nice for sure.
That's
Hell
the
yeah.
Godzilla right there. 98.
98. Godzilla.
98. All right, I apologize.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
Yeah, you fucking idiot. Don't you know your Godzilla movies?
Yeah. Stupid.
I could have sworn it was like Godzilla 2000, but that movie sucks ass. Also, I remember that very
This
well.
one's bad. This one's bad.
It's real bad.
Yeah.
But anyway,
There's, like,
going back to
eggs.
the monkey, if Kong dies or loses, I mean he's going to lose. It's Godzilla. but if Kong dies, I send it back. I'm
Have
pissed.
you seen the anime? Booch? Godzilla?
Godzilla? No.
It's good.
Like,
It's more of a movie.
how old was that?
That's pretty
What
good.
are we talking, like,
Not that old.
1980s?
Let me see.
we talking, like...
I am.
Right.
You know what, man? I am so sick of the Japanese stealing our culture and taking Godzilla away from us.
You know
Making
what?
it their own
I'm
thing.
with Nick on this one.
That's so
2017.
fucked up.
I have not seen this, though.
It gets weird towards the end, but like the first 2 parts, pretty good.
I'm so hungry.
I just want to look at this.
Sounds shit.
Okay, well, forget it. I'm not gonna share it
I'm
with
just
you.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Screw you.
No.
Shit.
You don't get it now.
No, I was kidding.
Mm-mm.
Dang it. Done pissed off Andrew.
She what?
What'd she do?
Yeah, they were busy when I was coming home from a shift, and I was like, I bet they're only gonna be busy for tonight. It's weird that like it's only because I
It's a
drive by
cat.
like every day,
Yeah,
and it's not
cat.
ever really that
Yeah,
bad. But then the
doing
one day that we
spins.
always
Yeah,
do
dude,
it
the
is, like,
cat's going
Dude,
fucking nuts.
The cat's in every
Oh,
session.
yeah,
we have
fucking
at
Pano.
D&D.
I know. He is.
kind of stupid.
Tana's
Is it he?
crazy.
That's a girl.
Or she?
Ahsoka
No wonder.
Tano.
Ever heard of her? No. She's a gay Jedi, a gray Jedi.
Nice.
Okay. Oh gosh.
So what is this, the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Sounds
do
good.
it.
It's super.
It's the biggest podcast of this generation.
Yeah, we're number
Sponsored-
3 on iTunes
What
right
are your
now.
other topics? You were talking about movies,
Sponsored
didn't
by
you?
Booj in his mouth.
Yeah. What'd you say? Andrew?
You talked about movies already?
Well, just now. Talking about Godzilla.
Godzilla.
I thought you already had a topic covering movies.
Today?
No, the one before this. I don't know. Have you had like 2?
If we're not allowed to talk about
Yeah, but I don't
movies
know,
more than
if
one
we
more
talk
than one
about
episode,
movies,
then I'm
I
out.
can't remember. That's
Yeah.
that's
Whenever
a
we
good,
start
that
talking
is
about
a
movies,
good point though.
let me know.
If
I'd be
yeah,
happy.
We'll talk about
if
right
we
now,
talk
real
about
quick.
movies,
Nope.
let me know so I don't show up because
I
I'll
have-
sit here and stare at the screen like I'm a statue.
I have
That's
4
what it was
minutes,
with
that's not
beer,
enough time.
Jason. I don't know anything about beer.
Yeah, yeah. So like this is me. If you want to talk about like a whole episode about just bourbon, I'll be here too. But
This
like
was
if it's
Jason's
movies,
We did.
Alcoholics Anonymous episode.
if it's
Alcohol
if it's
episode.
food, I'll be here. If
Oh,
it's
yeah,
movies, I'm out. I know nothing about movies. I don't
not?
watch movies. I don't
Why?
watch them.
I like movies.
If I'm gonna have like the free time to like do something that's not work or like disc golf, I'm gonna be playing a video game
or D&D.
or D&D. But
He
like
listens to
I'll do
audiobooks.
something that isn't just sitting there watching a movie because like to me it doesn't hold my attention for long
Smoke
enough.
weed. That fixes it.
I believe that, and
Real
I don't
fast.
smoke weed, so that's probably
Dude.
why I don't do it.
If you don't care for watching movies and then you smoke a bowl,
Yeah, the
especially if you don't
potheads love
smoke,
movies.
then
I
it's
don't
like
like
the
movies.
greatest thing ever. Like you're
I do
in
not like
the
movies.
movie.
Right. Yeah, it just isn't for me.
I have been on a kick recently. Like I loved movies growing up, and then for like basically through college, I really struggled like sitting down and just watching movies because it just took so much time. But now I'm just like fucking. I want to watch everything. Like every
Right.
movie. By the way,
No.
you know how I was just talking about like this week that I want to watch Shrek 2 because I watched
Yeah.
Shrek 1 like a week ago. Well,
Yep.
today it was trending on Twitter because Hulu is streaming Shrek 2. So
There you
don't
go.
have to stay on Discord tonight. I am streaming Shrek 2 tonight. It's Friday night. Scott is here, kind of. I don't know where he went.
He's
We're
a little
watching
bit.
Shrek 2 tonight.
Now okay, so the movie thing. That being said, I do like. Have you guys checked out like Corridor on YouTube?
Yeah.
Nope.
Corridor Crew.
Yeah, no,
You
yeah,
watch
I
that
know.
channel? Yeah. I frequent that channel. I watch every video they put up. I don't like movies. I love the technicality that goes into movies, though. Like, it's kind of a weird thing. I don't watch them, but when they put out a video, I'm like all into it. Like the actors,
You've probably seen some of their stuff, Milk.
the VFX that goes into it, like all that shit.
Uh,
I'm a huge fan. I watch
The
I watch all
BBI
their stuff.
Corridor 8175 corner TV cabinet.
Nope, not that.
No.
It's $2,000.
There's like a corridor one where
Hell, you're
like
losing money if you don't buy that.
where John
It's
Wick
actually really cool. It's a
John
cool
Wick's
TV
in a
cabinet.
gas station.
I think you'd like them, Nick, if you haven't seen them.
How's
Corridor
That's
Crew.
next.
Oh,
Corridor Crew. It's
Crew.
like
Cones
yeah,
made me
Corridor
laugh
is like
sometimes.
the studio that makes like some of the videos and stuff, like little mini movies. But Corridor Crew is where they
Oh.
break down other people's movies, other
Guys.
stuff. And
I
yeah,
have
stunt
seen
guys.
I've seen some of their videos that are like
Stuntman
trending,
React is
but-
awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. I love that channel, and I don't watch movies, so
Have you ever seen them react to the guy from iCarly that they like dropped? And he,
what?
Hold on, I have to find.
What, Dan
Yeah,
Schneider?
dude, find that because I don't. Is it fairly new or is it really
No,
old?
It's like a meme.
Oh, okay,
What?
okay. Then maybe I have and I just don't know it. But I've been watching them for about a year now.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
seen some of their videos like pop up where it's like they're using deep fakes to make things
Mhm.
better.
That's well, I don't know, shit.
They're like fixing shitty CGI.
Yeah, they're very talented VFX artists, and they just break down like high budget movies and or low budget movies.
Hey,
Um,
fucko, get
this
out of
is a
there. What are you doing?
Facebook-
Sorry.
This is a Facebook link.
Okay,
So sorry.
sweet,
So sorry.
sweet. Okay, cool.
Come on,
But
up.
evidently, the stuntman was
Dude, this exchange right here
Really,
is so
really
smooth and quick and powerful.
If
from
you
this.
guys are wondering
Like,
if film
oh,
is
that-
what not to do,
Oh
here
yeah,
we
okay,
are.
yeah. Is that
he's knocked unconscious?
Thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring.
I'm pretty sure like he
this.
broke his
Stick around
face.
to the end to find out
From
how
it.
you can
their fault. They're them to be
Let me see if
amazing
I can find
professional.
it.
Get in there and do it.
When was this? Oh yeah, I probably wouldn't have
iCarly
seen
has
this one.
some. You say iCarly?
8 months ago.
He broke his ribs.
That's right. iCarly has a hard
He
hit,
broke
man.
3 of his ribs.
It's looking like 2.
And they kept the scene in.
That's hilarious.
Scene,
Oh my
he
God.
breaks 3.
You'd be surprised, dude.
He landed
At
six.
how many instances that happens. Like they talk about that a lot in this stuntman series where like someone actually gets hurt and they keep the cut where they really get seriously injured.
Yeah, in the last like Mission Impossible movie, Tom Cruise like broke his ankle or whatever, and they just left
my
that.
gosh.
Like that was like the best take.
When he jumps over that gap,
Yeah.
shatters his ankle. They're like, you're not gonna walk for 6 months. And he's like, I'm Tom Cruise. I'm gonna run in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
There he was, 6 weeks later. It's the power of Scientology, guys.
Yeah, feet and free since 06.
That's insane, dude.
It's.
Jeez.
Have you seen it?
That guy like dropped him? That's what I was just talking.
Oh no. I'm talking about Tom Cruise.
I was zoned
Yeah,
in. I'm
breaking
sorry.
it, shatters his ankle.
Way
Oh,
worse.
Tom Cruise. I did see that
Yeah,
clip.
dude. Oh shit.
Yeah, they told him he wasn't gonna be able to run for like 6 months. No, they said he's gonna have trouble walking for 6 months, and then like you might never run again.
But also,
Man, dude,
fuck
yeah,
Tom
dude.
Cruise because he wants to do his own stunts. He like notoriously puts everyone on halt and their jobs on halt for like 6 weeks.
Friggin'
because
dude, Mission Impossible.
he's got a complex. He's-
Respect though, when he does the halo diving, which is high altitude, low opening. He jumped like 400 times just to get that scene right. It's insane.
Dude.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Mission
If you watch
Impossible is a
the
great movie,
scene,
dude. I love
The cameraman's even cooler. I mean,
it.
if you think about it,
yeah.
yeah.
literally jumps with him, except he's backwards.
And he's just holding the
looking,
camera.
like, straight
He's
at
not
him.
even like knowing where the ground is.
This close.
Yeah.
He's like this close to the guy sometimes. It's wild. Anyways, yeah, I could talk for like.
But here's my
10
question
hours
before you
about
leave, though.
What?
What looks like a more interesting movie to watch? Chaos Walking or the movie with Better Call Saul being John Wick? I forget what it's called.
What?
The actor that plays Better Call Saul? And the-
Okay.
Bob
Chaos
Odenkirk?
Walking.
Yep.
Versus what? What's the other one?
Nick, what was the movie called?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Is this
The new
is
one.
this coming out?
They're both coming out soon. Or one of them might already be out.
Well, I can tell you this then. They're not gonna be good.
Yeah, that's not the question. What looks
What's the
more
other one?
interesting to watch?
Chaos Walking and then Better Call Saul.
Nobody. It's called Nobody.
John Wick.
Nobody.
I was explaining.
Wait,
what
why'd you
it's
say Better
about.
Call Saul?
Because
the
it's
guy.
the actor, and he's like a
That's good.
he's like.
Oh,
Yeah,
fucking,
okay.
what's his name? Bob
Odenkirk.
Bob
Odenkirk.
Odenkirk. Yeah, Bob Odenkirk. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
All right, I gotta hop off here because I gotta go pick up food. So
Yeah.
All right.
it's
I
been
gotta hop
real
off here
fun.
because I gotta go
Thanks
play
for joining.
League apparently because
Nice.
my other friends are fucking nerds and want to play League.
Neither. How about that?
Bleh.
Although the ratings.
See
seem
you,
to favor
Booge
nobody.
Nation.
Nobody.
Yeah,
Real.
I am
All
Booge.
6 of you.
Booge. What is your
Bougie. Bougie.
following?
I
Booge.
am Booge.
No, but your fans. What are we calling them?
Stupid.
Stupid heads.
Nice. Got him.
All right, stupid heads. It's been great being here with you. Mostly.
Oh
I
wait,
feel
no,
like
they're
it's just-
Scott. Call my fans bald guys.
But okay, but is anyone here just fans of Scott? Jaden, are you just a fan of Scott? Like, is that
Right.
why you're here? Or no. See, Andy.
Peace, Andy. Thanks for being here.
No, I'm gonna assume he said no on that one. So see you later, stupid heads.
All right, that's the end of the stream.